Upon reaching Bageshwar, we managed to get a comfortable hotel room. For those on a budget, there are several low-budget lodgings near the bus stand. An early morning taxi took us from Bageshwar to Kapkot. Switching taxis at Kapkot, we traveled along the Saryu River to Saung village. A steady climb starts from Saung, winding its way through the terraced fields of the village. It took us a couple of hours to climb from Saung to Kalidar, where we were to spend the night. As we trekked further away from Saung village, the well-laid cobbled trail changed into a regular mountain trail. The Cambian rest house and the forest rest house of Kalidar are located in scenic surroundings. The views from Kalidar are serene, with the Saryu Valley below us and the distant hills shrouded in a veil of mist. The next morning, after a wholesome breakfast of parathas washed down with tea, we were ready for the 11-kilometer trek to Dakuri. The trek to the ridge above the rest house proved to be hot and tiring, as the trail was rough and dusty, and with the sparse vegetation offering little shade from hot sun. But once over the ridgeline, the trail entered a forested area, giving us shelter from the scorching sun. As we steadily climbed over a trail of unevenly laid stones, the progress was slow. Rest spots were always welcome, giving us an opportunity to munch on delicacies and recover our breath. Occasionally, a rivulet trickling from the rocks gave us an opportunity to rehydrate and refill our water bottles. As we gained altitude, the trail emerged out of the forest and into open meadows dotted with wildflowers. While halfway through the trail, the midday sun hit us, leaving us hot and parched. There were no streams along this section of the trail, and soon our water bottles ran dry. In the middle of nowhere, an unexpected savior emerged in the form of this elderly lady, offering us refreshing glasses of cool lassi. Several glasses of the lassi soon quenched our thirst, and a short rest quickly refreshed us. After the lassi stop, we still had to tackle the ascent to Dakuri Pass before making the final descent to Dakuri, where we planned to spend the night. A small temple marked the top of Dakuri Pass. We took a short break here before starting the steep descent to Dakuri, concluding our 11-kilometer trek for the day. The rest house at Dakuri was basic, providing a roof over our heads and a floor of uneven wooden planks to sleep on. A small hut served as a kitchen and a tea stall where we were able to get some tea and biscuits. Dakuri is famous for the astounding views of the Himalayas, Panwali Dar Maiktoli. Unfortunately, due to heavily overcast skies, we were unable to catch a glimpse of a single peak. A fiery sunset marked the end of our day at Dakuri. The next morning, we were back on the trail. This time, the destination was Kathi village, 8 kilometers away. The trek from Dakuri to Kathi is relatively easier, with a shorter distance and a gentler gradient. A typical mountain habitation, family homes surrounded by the terraced fields of wheat and millet. As it was the summer months, there were few mountain streams, and those too were drying up. These children were on their way to school. Their perky smiles soon light up their shy demeanor. The school is a raised platform, and classes are held in the shade of a tree. Sometimes while walking the trail, a fleeting friendship blossomed with locals, curious to know about the city. Kathi, surrounded by oak and rhododendron forests, is the largest village in the Pindar Valley. Local legend has it that the Pandavas took shelter in Kathi village during their Vanvas. Kathi is the takeoff point for several popular treks: Pindari Glacier, Kafni Glacier, Sundar Dunga Glacier. During harvest time, young women of the village form groups to pound the grain with heavy wooden clubs to separate the husk, a back-breaking task. We stayed at the Kamvian rest house, but for those who wish to pitch their own tents, there is camping ground. Adjacent to the rest house, there was a small dhaba that served us some excellent breakfast and meals.
As you have come this far, then do consider to click on the like and subscribe buttons. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if it was worth your while, then do share the video. It helps in expanding the viewership.